Hello everyone, this is the Senate blog. My name is Mariella Herverstein. I'm the chair of Academic Senate, and in this video blog I'm summarizing the two latest Senate meetings that were held on May 28th and we held an extraordinary meeting on June 25th. As per usual, the minutes and the Senate in brief, which is a summary of all Senate decisions, are available from the Senate website, the URL you can find below. Okay, topic number one is shared academic governance. Now, this is a major project for Senate in 2019, and it was discussed at length at both meetings. We are now at a point where Senate is considering to authorize faculty boards to undertake a number of academic decisions that have so far been taken by Senate and its committees. Sharing governance and the responsibility of academic quality with the faculty boards is a logical step for a maturing university. We hope it will empower the faculty boards to work together with Senate to ensure academic quality, and we hope it will also allow Senate to fulfill its function in monitoring and understanding higher order and systematic trends across the university. At the last two meetings, we discussed in greater detail the exact functions that will stay with Academic Senate and those that are considered for authorization to the faculty boards. Look, while these discussions may not have been the most exciting discussions at Senate to date, they were absolutely necessary in order to manage the risk associated with these authorizations and to be very specific about the actual function that we are authorizing so as not to create governance confusion. We are now in the final stages of refining those authorizations to go to Senate for approval at the July 23rd meeting. At the May meeting, we also asked the executive deans of three faculties, the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, the Faculty of Science and Engineering, and the Faculty of Arts, to talk about their faculty's readiness for shared academic governance. Now, the dean spoke of their faculty board and committee structure, the culture in their faculty, about academic decisions, and about the changes they would need to implement in order to discharge this new responsibility. Some of the discussion that followed the dean's presentation included discussion on the balance between elected and ex officio members on faculty boards and the dual role that the executive dean serves as both the chair of faculty board as well as the chair of the faculty executive committee. So much for shared academic governance. Topic number two was an update from a working party that is working on the freedom of speech inquiry and assembly. Now, this is a project of Academic Senate in 2019. It was stimulated by the intense media coverage on freedom of speech on campuses last year, and it has become highly relevant since the release of the French review on freedom of speech. While the French review acknowledges that there is no freedom of speech crisis on Australian campuses, it does propose the voluntary adoption of a national code. The French code contains a number of higher level principles, and the Senate Working Party evaluated these principles relative to our current policy landscape. And in this update to Senate, the Working Party reported that Macquarie University's policies would be relatively well aligned to the French Code principles if the university were inclined to adopt those principles. The Working Party also highlighted areas of improvement of our current documents, including the need to provide a clear definition of freedom of speech, freedom of intellectual inquiry, and academic freedom. Topic number three are the Senate elections. At the May meeting, the registrar, Gail White, who is also the secretary to Senate, informed Senate that the recent elections to the positions of chair and deputy chair of Senate, that during those elections myself and Professor Jackie Phillips were re-elected as chair and deputy chair for another 2 years. We were re-elected unopposed. Following this announcement, both Jackie and I provided Senate with a brief plan of our main goals for Senate over the next 2 years. In terms of my plans, my focus will be to ensure that the work of Senate is clearly understood both within Senate and beyond Senate, I want to establish Senate as a source of advice and opinion to the broader university. I also want to continue to improve the efficiency of Senate meetings. I want to ensure that Senate working groups have a broad membership from across the university. And to achieve this, I believe that working with the senior executive in a collaborative manner is essential. Jackie stated that her focus will be to support not just the chair of Senate, but also the members of Senate, especially the student members. She also wants to ensure that research is a focus of discussion at Academic Senate. Topic number 3 is the external review of Academic Senate. As part of our continuous monitoring and improvement of our work, Academic Senate undergoes an external review at least every 7 years, and this is coming up in 2019. At the June meeting, Academic Senate discussed the terms of reference for this external review, and Gail White, the Secretary to Senate, invited senators to send her any comments on the terms of reference. The review is expected to commence in second semester. Topic number 5 is the departure of Professor Mitch Purcell, the chair of the Senate Learning and Teaching Committee. Now, Mitch has been the chair of Senate Learning and Teaching for over 3 years. He has led the committee through a program of policy review and invigoration. He has been ruthless in weeding out stale policies, in ensuring an approach to policy review and development that is transparent, consistent, and accessible both for staff and students. I will very much miss his energy, his humor, and endless supply of goodwill. And I'm sure, I know Senate more broadly will miss that as well. So we wish him all the best of luck with his new position in Tasmania. Those are the top 5 for the last 2 Senate meetings. The next Senate meeting will be held on July 23rd at 9:30 a.m. onwards. All staff are welcome to observe. Please email us at the email below so that we can ensure we have enough chairs in the room. That's it from me today. I'll speak to you at the next Senate video blog. Bye bye.